Welcome to the Distraught Pod, episode 6. Who we're interviewing today is none other but Anthony Villarreal, aka Demon Mode, aka
Margarito.
Margarito. That's his middle name. He doesn't like it much.
Okay, first of all, it's not that I don't like it. It's just check it out. My second oldest brother, his middle name is Jonathan. Kevin's middle name, Caleb. My second,
Marks,
Alan. And then me, the youngest. Great middle names, Margarito.
It's not a bad name. I don't think. Let him know if you think that's a bad name. Comment. Actually, dislike the video if you think. Dislike the video if you think that's a bad middle name, Margarito. I don't think it's that bad. But anyways, let's get to it.
All right, man.
Good sidetrack, but let's get to it, okay? Anthony.
What's up, man?
Let the people know where you work, dude. What do you do?
Okay, guys.
Well, no, you're talking to me.
I work at Starbucks.
You work at Starbucks.
I work at Starbucks.
What's your favorite thing about Starbucks?
If I'm being honest, my favorite thing about Starbucks would be my coworkers, and then
Wow, your coworkers. So I'm gonna go kind of quick because it's 12:30 in the morning and we're trying to film a podcast real fast. So we're just gonna be shooting the questions. I'm gonna get all the information I gotta get out of this guy. Keep you guys' retention. Let's just try it, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about Starbucks?
I would say my coworkers
Your
and
coworkers. Wow.
yeah.
What aspect about your coworkers do you like?
It's not just my coworkers though. It's also some customers.
Okay. What's your favorite customer? This
I
is
don't-
like Alberta. What's your favorite customer?
I don't favorite customer. I don't really have a favorite customer. That's the thing.
Okay. What's your favorite type of customer?
My favorite type of customer is a customer that can carry a conversation.
A customer that can carry a conversation.
Okay, that just sounds like you're being fake. Don't talk like that. That sounds like you're being so fake.
Okay, it's because when I say that, I'm thinking of other questions while I'm taking my time. Like when I used to work at Starbucks, I'd go like, welcome to Starbucks, what can I get for you? Or I would say, how's your day? And then when they're talking, I'm able to do other things that way. So like, the reason I say that like that is because I'm coming up with different questions.
Yeah.
To ask you on the spot.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm saying like that, but I apologize.
No, it just sounds...
And the way I said it offended you, I apologize.
No, it didn't offend me. It just sounds like
you just think I'm being sarcastic.
It just sounds like you're being so
Okay,
sarcastic.
sorry.
Probably not to the viewers because they don't know you go too.
Sorry. I just it's a way of me thinking, you know. It's a way of me to come up with different questions, and I don't know why I say it like that. But okay, your favorite customers. What type? You said conversationalists, right?
Yeah.
People who are gonna actually have a conversation with you.
Yeah, and they have to be nice. Some people are rude, but I like to understand why they're rude. I like to get their perspective.
You like to get their perspective?
Yeah.
On why they're rude?
On why they're rude.
What do you mean?
Like,
but wouldn't you want to not talk to a rude customer?
I kind of like to.
So what do you say?
I kind of like to, like, okay, let's just say this Karen comes, right?
Okay, Karen.
I'll be like, she's on man. I'm like, what's the problem? She tells me her problem. I'll be like, okay. I was like, I could find a solution, and I give her the solution, and then just making her
to her day or to her problem, like
to her
with
problem
the drink.
with the drink or with whatever that has to do with Starbucks.
So
whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
So whatever like problem she's having, if I'm able to fix it, just seeing her go from angry to like thank you, content. It's like, oh, let's go.
So Starbucks. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Does that make sense?
It's like making that little day better of her life and seeing the effect it has. You like that.
Yeah. And the reason why I said my coworkers is because I'm the type of guy to like be very annoying on purpose just so I could like, okay, so if I see like a coworker having a bad day, right, I will like talk to them and like basically kind of annoy them till they talk to me back.
Okay.
But so I'm not annoying them, but it's just I'm like trying to break them out of like their mood. If that makes sense.
You're a conversation starter.
I'm a conversation
You like
starter.
to get to know people.
Yeah.
People can find that annoying.
People can find that annoying too.
Like people find me annoying because I'm like that. I can talk to people for like ever, and it's a bad thing.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah, I can talk to people.
But it's not a bad thing. I would.
It's a bad thing to certain people.
To
I don't
certain
think it's a
people.
bad thing, but to certain people, like they find it annoying. But I can understand.
No, yeah.
So like, okay, what's your favorite coworker then? What's the characteristics of a favorite coworker?
A favorite coworker, someone that. If you guys are watching this, I'm sorry, but it's someone that is very genuine. Someone that doesn't someone that's not fake, if that makes sense. Like if like that person, like you can tell them something and they'll give you their honest opinion, not what they think like someone else is gonna like or something.
So not what they think people want to hear, but what they genuinely think.
Yeah, what
That's
they
what you're saying.
genuinely think. Like there's this one
How
coworker.
can you tell?
Huh?
How can you tell?
You can just tell by some people just by the way they.
I know with some people, but there's some people who are great at masking their actual opinion.
That's true too. When it comes down to those people, I don't know. I can't answer that.
So you like them, but you don't even know yet if you don't like them.
I will say this. I don't dislike anyone from Starbucks, except
It's a great political answer to give.
yeah. I don't dislike anyone.
Mm.
There are a lot of people I do like. Like for example, I'm not gonna give out any names, but there's one coworker, right? It's like every time I talk to this person, they like genuinely seem interested in what I'm saying, and like instead of like cutting it off quick or like saying something,
They don't
like,
give you a short answer.
They don't give me a short answer.
It's like they're actually adding to a conversation.
yeah, they're like genuine about it and they're interested. So I love coworkers like that. There's some coworkers that they don't want to talk at all, which is cool. I mean, I don't mind it.
Well, not everybody's the same. Some people are extroverted. Some are more introverted.
Yeah,
Some don't want to talk at work because I mean you got to remember you're at work.
that's true. That's true. I remember this question arised
Sure.
today where it's like
Yep. No. Yeah. That's
no, because this question arised. Was it today? It was probably yesterday. But it's like, what if a coworker? Because I would say at our Starbucks, everyone is like cool with each other. Everyone's like
Sure.
family. I would say.
Sure.
But then someone was like, what if there's a certain coworker that doesn't want to be like a family, like just in and out.
Yeah.
But I don't think that mattered because I feel like we've had people like that, but we just broken them up to be like us. I don't know why I brought that up, to be honest, but yeah.
I was more or less like that when I used to work at Starbucks.
Yeah.
I didn't care to hang out with people. I mean, maybe still dating alone, but I didn't care to hang out with anybody. I just wanted to go to work and I just wanted to leave.
But then they
And
opened you up.
Huh?
But then they opened you up. They popped your cherry.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
the Starbucks people are weird, I guess, huh?
No, we're not weird.
Popping cherries? What are you talking about?
It's a sling we got going. I'm just kidding. So no, but yeah. So I would say 100%.
No. What about the popping cherry? What
I don't know.
What did you mean by that?
I don't know. I didn't
Like
know
ass fucking?
No, what
What are you talking about, dude?
When I said popping
Are you
cherry.
talking about people fucking by ass?
No. I was saying about like people like where they popped your cherry, like your communication cherry, or like they broke you up into talking.
But I'm very communicative. It's just I leave that at work.
Okay.
I mean, I could talk to people on the street, but were you like my coworkers?
Yeah. Like fucking them. I'm just kidding. That was bad. I just stopped.
Very
Let's
interesting
just
how
stop that.
Starbucks people the slang that they use.
No, oh my god. No, but yeah, so
Popping cherries.
coworkers and customers, I would say that's my favorite.
That's
thing.
great. What's the thing you don't like about your job?
The thing I don't like about my job is, I would say,
Customers. The people you work with.
no, just the amount of work we put in. We do put in a lot of amount of work. There is a lot of running.
No.
It does get tiring a lot. Just the mental stress that you gotta deal with as well.
Mental stress.
Yeah.
Elaborate, please. What do you mean by mental stress?
For example, it's not all the time. It does happen sometimes though, where it's like, okay, I'll give you an example where the person that makes the schedule doesn't schedule the right people, so you gotta deal with sucky people to work with, or people not sucky people, but people that aren't as good as.
I don't want you to go too deep because
Shoot.
people might listen to this, but I just meant in the sense of like mental stress in the aspect of customers or with coworkers.
With coworkers, I'd say with coworkers.
So it's probably different.
Yeah, with coworkers, and then sometimes the amount of customers we bring in as well. Cause I don't know, for you guys that don't know, our Starbucks, the Kermit Starbucks, is the busiest in our district. So busiest in Fresno.
What's the district? Clovis. It involves Clovis.
Involves Clovis, Fresno.
Tulare.
I don't know about Tulare.
Bakersfield.
I don't know. I for sure know it involves Clovis and Fresno though.
That's very.
But we're the busiest, and we gain the most money, which people don't know. So all those people that give us like 1-star reviews, fuck off. Shut.
Hey, you know, people have the right to vote, though.
That's true.
People have the right to complain if you guys do terrible. Because, I mean, if they listen to the Alberta one, in the end of the video, I expressed my dissatisfaction with the Kerman store.
No, yeah, they have the right to complain, but the way I see it as well is if you're gonna complain, and you know how we are, then why are you gonna keep coming back? Does that make sense?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I disagree 100%.
The only reason why though is because look, that came out really wrong. That came out really wrong. It just, we got a lot of people complaining, right? There would be like the same person that gives out the same reviews, but it's like, okay, why are you coming back then? Like,
How do you know every single person who's left a review comes back?
I read the reviews.
So you know what customers go.
I know.
When I used to work
yeah.
there, when I used to work there, you know, they left a 5-star review, and they said, I mean, if you look at the reviews, it's still there. If you go to the oldest ones.
Now the reviews are bad.
Yeah, because the service has gone bad.
The service has gone bad. I would say there's only, if I'm being honest with you guys, there was only like 2, 3, 4 people that actually bring that Starbucks experience.
Wow.
And I would consider myself one of them for
That's
sure.
great. That's good to know. So you consider yourself a hard worker.
I consider myself a hard worker.
You consider that's great to hear. Let me ask you this then. What inspired you? So we moved from Starbucks because I don't know how many people really care about Starbucks.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start Distraught? Why did you want to start Distraught, the clothing brand?
If I'm being honest, the reason why
I want you to be 100% honest.
I am being 100% honest, and I know I say that if I'm being honest a lot, so that's why you said that.
No, I know. But I just want you to know. I want you to be honest. Actually, throughout the whole conversation.
No,
not just with this question.
I'm always being honest. Is there a Bible I can put my left hand with a Brady God? Get it? Like at court?
I get what you're saying. I think it's right hand though.
Oh, right hand on the Bible. To my hand.
My Bible does.
That. God, please. No. The reason why I started Distraught was because, or the thing that inspired me to start Distraught was because I've always thought it'd be badass ever since freshman year to start a clothing brand.
Start a clothing brand.
And then the thing, when it really hit me was senior year, I was just like, okay, like, it wouldn't hurt to try it. Like, if it fails, I just mark it off. Like, oh, I tried it, you know? So after senior year, that's when I started working at Walmart. That's when I started getting money. And then I bought clothes for it. And then I bought the clothes without knowing anything about my logo or anything about my words. So then, shout out to my brother David if you're watching this.
So what inspired you for the name Distraught?
So I was sitting down on a table with my brother David and me, and then we're just, what's the word? Shooting ideas in the air. Shooting ideas like what sounds good, what doesn't sound good.
Just go. Smiles.
And then
Just gonna have to ignore him. It's my son crying. Because we're shooting at 12:30 in the morning.
like 12:50 now.
It's like 12:50 in the morning now. So I mean we'll go a little longer, but go for it.
Yeah, so me and David were just shooting ideas. And then he said the word distraught. And right when he said that word, I was like, that's the one. I don't know, for some reason I was like, that's the one. It just sounded so clean. Distraught.
Distraught.
And then if I'm being honest, I'd never heard that word before. So I was like,
It's not a
word
very
sounds
common
badass.
word.
It's not a common word. It's not a common word. So then I figured out distraught, and then I was like, okay, I got distraught down now. Now I just need a logo. So in my head, I was like, okay, I kind of want this distraught thing. I searched up the definition. It meant sad, mad,
Angry,
deranged,
agitated,
angry,
upset,
agitated.
crazy.
So in my head, I was like, oh, perfect for a gym brand, you know? Angry, deranged, mad. Like, that's perfect. That's like all the stuff that gym people like would love to like wear, you know? And then, yeah. And so I tried to come up with a logo, and logo did not work out. I could not find a logo for my life. And then that's kind of when I gave up on it. It was like a month. I was like just brainstorming ideas, and I couldn't come up with one, so I kind of gave up on it. And then like, was it like a year later that passed that we started talking?
Yeah.
And like a year passed, and then it was still in the back of my mind, but then we started talking. And then he was like, Kevin was like, you were like, do you really want to do this? I remember your words. You're like, do you really want to do this? Because if you say you want to do it, then I'm going to push you to do it. And I was like, yeah, I really want to do it. And ever since then, He's been pushing me. Yeah.
Yeah, we've just been doing it together.
That's
Because that's what family does.
what family does. Keep each other's heads up.
We forgive each other. You know that's fair?
No.
Oh
We
man.
give each other.
I can't remember. That's from somewhere. But anyways, yeah, that's cool. So what's your favorite part about being part of the shop?
My favorite part, if I'm being honest, I love being in front of the camera. I love talking to the viewers. I love making video content for our clothing page. I don't know. And ever since like middle school, I just always like thought of the idea of being a media creator. What's it called?
Content creator.
A content creator. I remember I used to always stream, like Black Ops 3. I got very comfortable with talking. Yeah, and that's what made me.
Why do you think you are comfortable talking?
I
Do you
don't
think
know.
it's just your personality?
I think it is just my personality. I am a great talker. I'm a great person that you could get that can annoy you for sure.
So you're a great person that can also annoy you.
Yeah. I'm just a great person in general. Not even to like toot my own horn. That should sound conceited, but I feel personally that I am a genuinely a great person.
Wow.
Except when I get in demon mode.
Okay.
Demon mode.
So at the shop, yeah, and then you have that demon mode. Hopefully nobody's waking up. What time is it? Just 'cause it's late, it's very late. My kid just started crying.
12:40.
It's 12:40 in the morning. I just want you guys to know that we take this content creation
Seriously.
very seriously. And right now we're busting our butts. He just got off work. I just put my kids to sleep. So yeah, don't take us for granted.
But demon mode.
But demon mode. So yes, you have demon mode. Elaborate. What is your demon mode? How do you turn it on? Can you turn it off? Is it something that gives you strength? Do you find comfort in the fact that you have something called demon mode when you are a Christian?
I'm a Christian. Actually, I'm not a Christian. I'm just kidding. No, okay, so demon mode. Demon mode. If you
Okay,
guys,
how about this? How did demon mode start?
how did demon mode start?
'Cause I haven't heard of it until you went to the gym.
Demon mode, like how did I come up with the name demon mode?
No, like when did it start?
Ah,
What is it, and then when did it start? Answer that.
it kind of started when I started going to the gym.
When you started going to the gym.
Mhm.
And why did it start?
The reason why?
Yeah, why?
Uh,
Why do you have a mode called demon?
Well, I don't purposely call it demon mode. I just call it demon mode just to make it like a funny name whenever I get in a mood. But the reason why I would say I get it, because it is a mood when I get into. I'll be like really happy, and then like the littlest thing just, I'll be in a mood. But the reason for it being, if I were to try to trace it back, it'd be. Damn.
So you don't know why it's there.
I don't know what's why it's there. I don't know why you get in the mood. I know things that could set me off, which would be like name calling, like if someone calls me dumb, that like sets me off right away. Boom.
Does that happen a lot? Because you get in demon mode a lot.
It doesn't happen a lot. It's not just name calling. It's overthinking. I overthink a lot too. I'll like overthink a scenario that's not even true, and
Kind of like being distraught.
yeah, distraught demon mode. The reason
Maybe
why
you should call it distraught mode. We should put that on a shirt. Distraught mode.
that doesn't sound good. I don't think that sounds cool.
Okay, go. Sorry.
Damn.
So you were talking about what get. I said that when you're distraught is when you get into demon mode.
Yeah. So yeah. Damn, bro. I think the second video was
No, actually, this has actually been going pretty good.
better.
I think this has actually gone very solid. It's just because you've already explained this part.
No, yeah. So what was the question again?
So I said, when you get distraught is when you get into demon mode, right?
That wasn't the question.
I know, but that's what I said last.
That's
right?
what you said last. But I don't know what I was talking about before that. Kind of air fart. But things that will set me off is name calling, overthinking scenarios that don't even happen. Yeah, basically those two are the things that set me off.
Yeah. What do you use demon mode for?
I don't use it for. It's not a tool I have in my back pocket. It just happens.
Okay, but when.
Well,
I just had a complete brain fart too right now.
no,
I think I'm pretty solid with the questions. I feel like I've been carrying this conversation very well. Just going through the whole thing. I just had a brain fart right now though.
like I said though, it's not a tool I use. It just happens. It's just when I get in the mood. So like I was explaining the last video we did. Not the last video we did, but like did like 3 videos. It was like 3 videos.
This is the third time shooting.
Third cut. I was saying that me and a couple coworkers, we went to a beach. We went to a beach and
you saw the ocean and you saw the moon and you thought it would look really nice and you got into demon mode. That's what you said the second one.
that's what I said. Yeah. So we went to the beach at night and the moon was shining off the ocean and then fucking.
It was a beautiful night.
It was a nice night. Yeah, you can see the moon bouncing off the ocean. The boardwalk was right there with the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster, Santa Monica boardwalk.
The pier or whatever.
And then it was a great time, and then I just went into demon mode. Like, there's no reason for it. I think I might be bipolar. That's probably what it is.
Self-diagnosed, right?
Self-diagnosed bipolar disorder. Yeah, but I just stopped talking to everyone. I kind of cut myself off. And then it's funny because we're walking back to the car, and then there was this, like, guy that was on drugs. He was, like, talking to himself, like, it was like
tweaked out, like probably homeless.
He was tweaked out, and then I was in front of our group, right? Because I was in demon mode, and then this fool was like staring at me, and it's crazy because whenever I get in demon mode, I honestly don't care, and this fool was staring at me, and I legit like, I was walking with my towel, and I looked up and down at him, and I gave him like the dirtiest look ever, but I was in demon mode, so he didn't do anything, thankfully. Shoot, I probably would have rocked him, probably would have killed him. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Have you guys?
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer. That's a new Netflix show. He's been telling me about it, and it sounds pretty interesting. It sounds like the guy's pretty distraught, to be honest. What?
No, nothing.
No, okay, so what? Dang, I had a question.
I think the second video was better. You should mix the videos together.
No. I think this is actually way better. Because we're actually interviewing you. The other one was everywhere. This is an interview about you. They're getting to know you.
Yeah, I feel like the energy right now though is just.
It's just because we're tired. No, I think it's been good.
My energy's been. Your energy's been good. My energy's been.
But it's because I've been carrying the conversation. Like because
it's not boring. It's not boring, guys. I'm not boring. I promise.
No, it's not boring.
Demon mode.
Okay. The first one we were doing. This is gonna stay in too. The first one we were doing. Is we were talking about Jeffrey Dahmer and then we started talking about demon mode, but there was no guide to our conversation. It was
there's no like.
It was sporadic. It was random. Whereas this one, I'm interviewing you and I'm still including all the aspects of what we talked about before, but now because you have to explain. Because I don't know if you realize once you had to explain them again, that's when you got tired. Once we got back into demon mode, was it when your energy went down. Because you probably spent all that energy explaining it in the second one.
It is good energy too.
Okay, so we're going to skip demon mode. We're going to go to a different subject because you're done with demon mode subject.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just because you've explained it already. But I honestly think this conversation's been going very well. Let us know in the comments below if it's been going very well. Dislike the video if it hasn't.
Dislike the video if you don't like the video.
Dislike the video if you don't like the video. And guess what? You guys, most people are probably not even listening to this part. But you know what? We're putting in the work, consistency, doesn't matter. We're getting better at talking in front of the camera. There's no stopping us. Oof. Oos. how the martial arts people like to do it. So Anthony, let me ask you something.
What's up?
What does DSTRAUGHT, your brand, mean to you?
DSTRAUGHT, my brand. Can mean anything, man. Whatever you want it to mean. I'm just kidding. No,
It is almost 1 a.m. in the morning, so if our energies are low, it's because we're filming very, very late.
DSTRAUGHT means to me that everyone goes through problems in their life. That's just a fact. Everyone's gonna go through something in their life, and basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to be like, okay, yeah, you're going through something in life, but you're not alone. There's been people that may have gone through the same thing, that probably gone through worse, but you're not alone, and just don't give up, and keep pushing. And the reason why we chose DSTRAUGHT is because we want you to find an outlet to let out all those emotions.
That's good. I concur for the most part. So I agree with most of the things you said.
No, yeah, that's what I honestly think it is. You guys probably had like another definition. That's what I believe it is, Just don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. And find an outlet to let out all those emotions. If you're sad, go do something about it. Don't just stay there. If you're mad, go to the gym. Go ride a bike. For me, I ride my motorcycle. Just do something, Don't just sit there taking all that bottle all that negative energy in. It's not good for you.
Yeah, bottling. Yeah.
Yeah. Me, for example, I used to bottle a lot of stuff in, but now it's like leaking out, and that's when Demon Mode came out.
See, now we're getting somewhere. That's when Demon Mode comes out. When you bottle things in.
When I bottle things in, yeah. When I bottle things in, that's when Demon Mode comes out.
Look, I'll tell you right now. When you bottle things in, you explode. So when you don't express your actual opinions, over time, you will become a very angry person, and the likelihood of you blowing up on somebody is extremely higher because of that.
No, yeah, I remember. I bottle a lot of stuff in. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting better because I'm not gonna lie. I kind of suck at speaking my thoughts out. But I'm getting better at it. I know there's some people out there that they don't speak what's on their mind, and I challenge you guys to do that. It's what you truly believe, and you shouldn't be ashamed to let it out to the world.
But I think you should do it in a respectful manner.
Yeah, in a respectful manner.
There's some people who say, "Well, I'm just being honest." It's like, okay.
Or I pay your salary.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, when people are like, okay, there can be honesty. You can be honest without being rude.
That's true.
Like it's an old saying, as old as time. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And that's my 2 cents.
Oh, there you keep going. No, yeah, but yeah, don't be afraid to speak up. Speak up. It's good for you.
Speak up for yourself.
Speak up for yourself. Stand up for yourself.
Like that.
This is your world. This is your life. This is your movie. I want you to live like
you're writing your own book, and every day is a new chapter.
no.
So make sure you.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say I want you to live like you're the main character that's been going through shit. It's been going through everything, but at this moment is when you switch everything up in your life and you become that badass motherfucker.
The climax.
The climax, yeah, it's a climax. I want you guys to live like that.
Wow.
Joe Rogan said that, but just way better than me.
Yeah, guys, we're all writing our own paragraphs, and so we always got to make sure.
He got salt already. I'm sorry, he got salt. No, but one thing I will add on, since it is an interview about me, is I know for the past couple podcasts I really haven't been speaking up.
Yeah, why is that? Why is that?
That's just because I feel like, if I'm being honest.
Only if you're being honest.
Shut up. If I'm gonna be for real. If I'm gonna be for real. Nah, I don't know. I've got.
It's 30 minutes.
That's our timer.
Okay, bye.
I'll see you guys later. Just kidding. No. But I don't know. I feel like I've never really been inside, like not inside, but I never really been great at having conversations one-on-one, and then I haven't really. And if I do have a conversation one-on-one, it's always like, it'll be about something serious, but then I will always end up making it into a joke. Which is, I'm slowly working on that as well. I'm trying to have more serious conversations.
What about this conversation that we've had?
It's been serious so far.
How many times do people actually ask him? See, I don't know if I talk about, but how many people actually ask about, like, why do you think you think like that? Why do you think the way you think?
Like, in what way, though? Like,
In
what I
any
just
way.
said?
Like, in any way, yeah. Like, that's why I'd ask you, why do you think you get in demon mode? What? Asking you these questions so that, so that you can be more self-aware of your own way of thinking. Like, there's certain ways I think, and it's maybe because it's how I was raised.
I feel like that's a broad question, though. Like it's like there could be a lot of answers.
What do you mean?
Because you asked me, why do you think I think the way I think?
No, I said, why do you think you get into demon mode? What I'm saying is I'm asking you a specific question for a specific thing that goes on with your life. And so I don't know if you've ever actually given it thought. Like, a lot of people in life don't really think about why they think the way they think. They just believe, or they think exactly how their family thinks. They think how their dad or their mom or their brother or their sister or their friends. They just think how they think because that's just how they think. And they don't think any more of it. Whereas me, right, I have been trying a lot recently to question, why is it that I think this? Or why is it that I think that? And then questioning mostly everything that I know.
So what's the question, though, for me?
No, I was making a point to where, like, I don't know if you've had a conversation with people, because you said that you make things as jokes. Right? So I don't know if, like, the conversations we have are, like, the only conversations where I actually challenge you to
Conversate?
No, but to think about why you think about how you think. Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Like, I don't know if you have conversations like that with other people. But, like, I love to have conversations where I'm challenging why you think the way you think. Like, if you can back it up, like, well, this is why I see it. Well, then I know that you've given it thought to why you think the way you think.
So when it comes down to, like, why I just make everything a joke?
No, what I'm saying, we'll go to that right now, but what I'm saying, the question I guess I had was, do you have conversations like that with other people?
Like this right now? Like,
where, like, you're challenged by how you think?
Not really, no. I would say the only person that I don't make a joke with, or, like, the only person that makes me, like think what I'm gonna say. Think about what I'm gonna say.
Is that your take?
No, is Sodi from Starbucks.
So,
That man's smart. I like to talk to him. He's an
what you
interesting guy.
doing?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I should actually put that out, to be honest.
I just know Sodi. I know Sodi. It's just that I've never had a deep conversation with Sodi. That's why.
I don't have deep conversations, but I have interesting conversations with him.
Oh yeah, no,
I don't have deep
I
conversations.
mean, he's an engineer.
Yeah, he's an engineer.
He thinks more broadly.
He does think more broadly.
He's an interesting guy, actually.
Yeah, he just makes fun of him. Fuck.
I feel bad for the accent. So Sodi's one of the guys.
Yeah, I would say Sodi. That's it though. Everyone else, like, my conversations are, like, kind of, like, basic. Like, I'll say dumb stuff to make them laugh.
Mm.
And then,
Well, it's very common. I do that too.
yeah, I don't really have conversations like I am with you right now. With anybody.
And that's why this is good. That's why it's good. We're being the example of having more than just, like, a casual conversation. It's more of, like, a deeper conversation.
I think the reason for me not having conversations like this with anybody else is because I feel like I'm kind of scared of the way of people not taking me seriously, if that makes sense.
Because you play around a lot.
Because I play around a lot.
You're jokes.
And I'm a jokester. I was doing my research on why I like to make people laugh, and then there's a term called the dancing monkey.
Okay.
It's basically like you want to be the center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
which is true now. I don't always want to be the center of attention. It's just like
You like attention.
I like attention. I'm not gonna lie. I do like attention, but then there's times where like okay, like I kind of want to put the kidding aside, and then maybe have like an actual conversation with
Yeah,
you.
we're right now.
But the thing about it though is, whenever I am serious or whenever I try to be serious and not jokey, that's when people are like, "Why are you mad?" or "Why are you upset?" And whenever people are like, "Why are you upset?" or "Why are you mad?" or "Why aren't you talking?" For some reason, it just bothers me when they ask me that. You know what I mean? Does that bother you?
Yeah, because they don't take you serious.
Because they don't take me serious. Like it's like I always have to be funny or I always have to be like a jokester, but it's like I can't have those days where it's just like okay, let me just be me.
And you just want to conversate.
And I just want to conversate or just be serious, you know.
Maybe you just gotta hang out with different people.
Maybe too. I don't have much friends. I start crying. I just kidding.
Well, dude, okay, well, I'll tell you right now, I've said this multiple times to you, being married.
I'm not looking for friends. If that's where you're going towards,
I'm just saying I don't have any friends either.
No, okay, yeah. I the way I see it is, I was asked.
My wife is my friend.
I was asked the other day, like 2 days ago or yesterday. I was asked, who do you open up to? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked me this, and I was like, I don't open up to no one. And I feel like a lot of people out there don't open up to anyone as well. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were like, do you open up to anyone? And I was like, no. And they were like, why? And I was like, because why should I? You know, it's like my stuff, my information. And they took it like the wrong way, that I don't open up to people. And in my head, I'm like, okay, no, it's just like, I feel like I've always been like on my own kind of. Not really on my own, but like when it comes down to like thoughts and everything, and like relationships and like the gym or whatever, it's always been like on my own. Which I don't mind, you know, I'm not complaining. I don't know where I'm taking this conversation.
No, but it's interesting.
It's just like, okay, like everything I've dealt with, I never told anyone about, if that makes sense. It's just been me and myself and I. Which is cool. I mean, I see that being like very like, I mean, it could be a good thing and a bad thing, I would say. The way I would say it would be a bad thing was because like maybe I could get different perspectives on what I'm thinking or like how I react to stuff. What do you think? What's going on through your head now?
I'm thinking. I mean, it's relatable. I mean, I don't talk about people about my problems.
No, exactly.
Not even Lauren.
Exactly. It's just I feel like it's a lot of stuff men do. They just hold in like their actual opinions and.
Well, it's kind of because there's like a stigma of like if you do, you're considered lesser than or you're considered less of a man. And so, I mean, to me, the way I see it, maybe it's because of the way society is, but the way I see it is like I just don't want to burden people with my problems. Like I find my problems to be very like.
And whatever.
They're whatever.
Yeah, that's the way I see it too. It's like
they're just problems for me to figure out.
It's like the way I see it. It's like
So it's relatable is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just yeah. I know what you mean. The way I see it, it's like at the end of the day, no one really cares unless it's like family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, like if you really think about it, when you grow up, everyone's gonna have like their own lives and their own family and everything. It's just gonna be you and your family. I don't know why I brought that there to this conversation.
No, it's good.
That's just the way I think. The way I think is, eventually hopefully I get a wife, I get kids. But like, that's the reason I don't really get close to. Not close to. Damn, it's just that's the bad way of thinking. What I was gonna say. Take that back. Next question.
It's relatable.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own problems.
No, yeah, obviously.
So being able to have conversations with people with those problems is one thing, but to have conversations to look for a specific outcome is totally different. Like, that's the point of kind of like our messaging is like, yo, if you have problems, learn to deal with them, and continue forward.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Because the thing is everybody goes through that. Everybody goes through holding things in, not confessing everything that they feel, and that is completely 100%. I'm not saying it's okay, but it happens a lot.
And then that's why I say find an outlet, because even though, like, let's just say me, for example, right? Like, I don't tell anyone my problems. It's like, okay, if I get, like, mad at whatever, you know, I find an outlet and then I go to the gym and work it off.
Yeah.
And boom, you're good.
And there's different ways to figure out, okay, like if you have a problem, right? It depends on the problem. Obviously, it might be more personal, but you should seek help if you need help. If that makes sense. Like for me, right? One of the problems I've had is business, because my whole thing is business. I want to have my own business and stuff. And so shout out to Abraham. I contact him a lot. I talk to him a lot, and guess what? He helps me, and we talk back and forth about business and the best ways to proceed forward in certain situations. His opinion on what maybe I should do with a particular situation. So I seek that help when it comes to business, because I would say that's my only financing and business have been my only problems where I've had to deal with. I mean, stress too, but my point being is, like, you can find situations in different ways. Like if you need help, let's use one where our target audience is 18-year-olds, right? 18, 20, they're in that stage of like, oh, I'm finding a girl, I need to find a girl, or I need to find a man, or whatever. It can be vice versa. Girl finding guy, guy finding girl.
Guy finding guy, girl finding girl.
You wouldn't want to talk to people who. You wouldn't want to. If you get advice from people who are always breaking up and getting with other people, you're getting the wrong advice from the wrong person.
That's very true.
Like if you like, okay, I'm married. I'm not going to talk to somebody who's been divorced like 5 times about how to stay with somebody when clearly they don't know how to stay with somebody. Like, why would I get advice? It's the same thing with money. Why would you get advice from people who don't make, like, teachers? Oh my gosh, high school is filled with this. All these teachers who are making 40, 50, 60K a year are giving kids all these advice on how to make money. Like, you're only with just a high school diploma can make that much money. I'm making it right now. I'm making as much as a teacher right now with my day job. So then it's like, why would I listen to a teacher about how to make money, the best way to be successful? And it's like, how the heck would you know? I mean, you do not make money.
No, I feel like for sure, a lot of teachers definitely push for college, when it's like college isn't the only way to make money. Like, you know what I mean? Like what we're doing here, one day it's gonna make money. We will make money. Like that word?
Mm-hmm.
But like, we didn't go to college. Like college isn't the only like thing you should look for. You know, does that make sense? Like, you shouldn't depend on college to get a good job. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you can go into sales. You can go into starting your own business. There's so many different ways to make money. This that we're doing is more of a creative outlet that we're trying to do. Is it difficult? Yes. Is it going to take time? Most definitely. But guess what? Anything you want in life is going to take time.
That's true.
If you go to college, if you want to get a major or your bachelor's, you're going to have to be 4-6 years. Your master's, 6-8 years. It's going to take time to get your degree, and then from there to find a job. All that is going to take time. So anywhere you go is going to take time. You just gotta choose where you want to put that time. Like if you want to have your own business, well, guess what? Put the time in. Make sure you're consistently progressing and consistently being consistent and getting better. That will be successful because you will learn by trial and error, and by learning how the business works, you will be successful. You will learn all the ins and outs. But if you're not trying to consistently better yourself in that craft or that choice that you choose to make, if you don't choose to get better and better, you will stay complacent, you will stay stagnant, and then you will be like, why did I do this? Well, guess what? That's your own damn fault for not wanting to get better. It's your own damn fault for not wanting to consistently get better. It's your own goddamn fault for not looking for help on how to get better. It's your own goddamn fault if you don't go on YouTube, Google, and look up a problem that is easily solvable, and you just don't put in the time to actually learn. You're what they call a wishbone and a jawbone. You wish for things to happen, and you talk about things happening, but the people with backbones actually make it happen. And so this strikes a nerve with me when I hear about people who can come up with excuses and excuses and excuses on why they don't do something. And that could be in any aspect in life. Like if a person can't find a significant other, or they can't find a girlfriend/boyfriend, you can't find one, guess what? That's your own damn fault. That's your own damn fault. I'm just going to be 100% honest. If you're overweight and you're trying to find somebody who's like
Model
really
material.
good looking, model material,
It
guess
doesn't
what?
even have to be model material. I said that back, so I just say
Look,
really pretty girl.
Look, I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time,
The chances.
that person who's very attractive wants somebody who's at least
Also attractive.
attractive too. That's just 100% honest. So that could be with anything, and it could be like if you can't find, let's say you're not overweight, but you just can't find a girl. Okay, are you putting yourself out there? Are you talking to girls? Are you or even girls? It's usually the other way around because I feel like girls have more options to a variety of guys than guys do to girls. But like guys, if you're not going out there and like trying to talk to people, and you're just like in your room and you're just playing games and jerking off, you're not gonna find anybody. Sorry.
You gotta
It's not
put
gonna
yourself
happen.
out there for sure.
But that's with anything. Everything's gonna take time. Everything's gonna take time. That's just an example. Relationship example. A business relationship example. Everything in life takes time. Don't think you're gonna be good at anything just because you started it. You gotta freaking put in the effort.
Some golden nugget right there, guys.
Put in the effort. Stop complaining. Do something about it. If you don't like where you're at, change it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Stop crying.
Oh, sorry.
Peace.